Hello and welcome to the show. We are here in GTA 5 with some more racing. Ninetales, I thought someone was going to try and get up on there. Yep, I did think we might see a car up on the bridge. I think Danger Man is trying as well and it's not quite worked. I'm not 100% sure where everyone else has gone. Brazen has got a lovely little parking spot over there. I think everybody else has gone to play in the Rallycross Park, if I'm honest. They've all just bucketed off that part. I like this little starting place. Oh, that Brazen has found. That's my favourite. Yes, we've got another track to go racing around. Some different cars. Some cars we've not used for a while. The 770 is the vehicle of choice. I'm not going to be able to get over this, I don't think, in time. Nope, we're just going to reset. I need a little bit more time to get that set up. Game, there we go. That'll do. We are off and underway. Everybody else is now making their way. Yeah, they went over to the Rallycross Park for that one. Right, let's go see. Now this track is very quick. This is a very, very fast circuit. Now we do quite a few sort of technical circuits. Of course, you know, you're going to have some braking zones. You'll want some braking zones and more technical sections on a circuit. Promotes a bit of overtaking, of course. And there is still plenty of that to be doing with here. But there are some long straights. There's a lot of slipstream is going to go on in this one. There's going to be a lot of changing of positions. This corner here is a nasty one. You really got to get on the brakes for that, as especially when you've got a very big slipstream pull. It's a very tight corner. We are going to go for a little bit of a sneak up the inside of Stinty's car. Not quite enough to make anything happen, really. There's a lot. The big angry pack of cars has formed up behind us. Oh, Stinty was on a funky line. Problem is, Stinty was on a bad line. That then put me compromised through all of there. We were both slow off the corner, but now we're too wide and blocking almost the entire circuit for anybody with any sort of slipstream run further back, which is inevitably going to happen. We're still side by side. There's going to be a car to the inside of me eventually. There goes Brazen. Now we're into the really fast sections down here. We'll be coming up to another big braking zone. Danger Man gets a good run. Oh, it's all going to close up there. There's not going to be space. Oh, Stevie clipped. It was just on the tree. Stevie was like alongside the tree, but it was just enough to bounce that car into trouble. And what I'll say these sort of speeds, but yeah, once things go wrong, they are going to go wrong around here. That corner is one of my favourite corners in any GTA 5 circuit. There, when you're not in traffic and you can absolutely go for it, it is glorious. We have a crazy run towards the first corner. I've got to get on the brakes because I'm on a really bad line through there. We are on a really, really iffy line through all of that section. It was good to get us to second, but I wasn't going to be able to take the lead from that. There's been a crash on the outside, I think, of turn 1 for some cars. Oh, that was too narrow a line through there. We'll clonk the wall. No, it doesn't really matter. I don't know whether bump drafting is a thing that we can do with these cars or not. Probably a good idea not to test it. Danger Man's always going to look to the inside there. We'll leave some space for that at the moment. Of course, final lap, we will be defending a little bit more vigorously, although there's only so much you can do, and the more you're like weaving around and swapping sides, there's an element of, well, if I keep, well, I say weaving around, but yeah, with the speeds that can go on with some of these cars, it's very easy to not even be able to react to somebody changing position to go and defend in some instances. These are probably not the worst cars, actually, the 770. I mean, it's not a bad looking car, not a bad driving car. It's not crazy fast like the Wagners and those sort of vehicles. Ooh, a little bit of a bounce. Little smidge of a bounce. Ninetales is going to come and join in the fun here. No one's really got any slipstream going on. I don't want to be on the inside of the 3 wide, although they did give me space if I had been there, which is nice to know. We're going to get a good exit, but have nowhere to go with any of it. We'll just continue going side by side. Yeah, I mean, this corner, as I said, is glorious. We're going to have a little lift. Oh, Stinty hit the inside. That is what's going to happen at a track like this, with the speeds involved. Go on, Ninetales, we'll push you towards the finish line. Someone wasn't paying attention to the markings or whatever it was. I think that was like a pit lane they drove into. Thankfully / amazingly, they didn't actually take anybody else out other than themselves. Yep. That's quite impressive. Oh, bloody hell. Ninetales was up the wall. Someone further back, I think that was Stinty, was up the wall as well. Again, that was one of those, I knew what was going to happen with a 3 wide there. The lines people were on, and it's just, I don't want to be a part of that at this precise moment in time. It's just going to end up in, I'd be squished in the middle as Ninetales went up the wall. Instead, you know, we'll play it a little bit safe. Ninetales is actually going to get that position on the outside there. That's okay. We'll get the draft down the next straight, pretty much. And, oh, maybe retake it, although I've got a bit unsettled through all of that as well. How many cars we got lining up? About 4 of us here at the moment. We get a very good run. Actually, get a little bit too early a run in all of that. Ninetales has taken a fair whack to the front left corner of that car. That's not at a fun angle. You don't really want your car with the wheel at that angle. Okay, it's going to be 5 when Stinty catches, which probably won't be too long. Anyone going to have a dive up the inside? No. It's to the outside for the red car. You're not going to be able to quite get alongside there. You're not going to be able to complete that pass at that moment in time. The issue you're going to have is we're going to be flat through here this time around. Don't hit the inside sort of pillar bit. But we're not going to get any slipstream. Although maybe Ninetales would end up getting that run too early. We would have got second, but it's going to be it's going to be a tough game. It always is. Judging, you want track position you're going to want track position across the line, but how you go about getting it sometimes is not that easy. If you're far enough in front, of course, perfect, you win. If you're not that far in front, then you might get slipstreamed to the line. You might also have a case of if you get slipstreamed earlier on, the car that gets past you then gets swamped by everybody else, as we saw on that attempt. So the more cars we have here, the more variables there are. Sometimes it all ends up being a case of nobody's got any slipstream, everybody's stuck 3 wide, and nobody really goes anywhere until someone gets a bump draft. You can push cars to victory. At the rate this race is going, we might see that somewhere along the line. We'll have to wait and see, though, how it does pan out. Come on, sit in the draft, get the exit. This corner here is a pretty good, I say corner, well, I mean, it is a corner. It's not really a braking zone, unfortunately. It is a good place to try and make something happen, but I've got boxed in. Brazen made the most of that huge wobble from Stinty as we pushed Longbow. I pushed Longbow, I say maybe I was like committed to going to have a try at that at the point that Longbow and Stinty got connected, and then there was a tag on the outside. It's just the lightest of tags, but there was. That's a scary place to make a pass work, but we're going to give it a try, goddammit. We do get past, however, we then get swamped by everybody else as well. So Liam has joined the fight. It's definitely very much a 5-car battle going on here between us lot. There will probably be more cars joining us before the end of this race. What lap number are we on? 5. It's the final lap of the race here. Ooh. What are we going to do? Where are we going to be? It's a tight line for me through there. Brazen suddenly realised they were going to get swamped in all of that. Go on, Stinty. Let's go. Let's go. There you go. Bump drafting is quite doable with these cars then. It may come down to a little bit of help if nothing else is available on that run to the finish line. It's just going to depend on the scenario, because no one is going to get clear of this group unless there's a massive crash. In fact, this group is huge as well. That's always scary for the lead cars, because the run can come from a car in 6th, 7th even maybe, and you don't know it's coming. You can't look every which way at one time, and if someone behind has got a crazy run, there's not necessarily all that much you can do about it. In fact, I've got no slipstream going on here. Ninetales has the run, and I do not have any of it. Oh, Hyper has got it wrong. Through there. Hyper carried too much speed. Hyper's gone over, in fact, in all of that. Bloody hell. There was a slight tag from me in that, but there was, yeah, there's not much we could have done to avoid that one. Now it's this I've got nowhere to go battle here, as they're side by side. Me and Ninetales have fallen back a little bit from this. Have we now got the best opportunity here? We pick up the slipstream, but I get huge understeer over the crest. Ninetales has got a very cheeky line. I mean, there has been some potential track limit violations over there. Ninetales takes the win. We shot through the middle to take a second place, which was pretty hard fought for in the end. That was a battle and a half right there. Scotty gets fastest lap down in 11th. They 2-1. There's some quick laps going on. If you're in clean air, you can go very quick, as you can imagine. Yeah. That's a mad race. Look at the difference between Stevie and Brazen. In the end, Liam ended up 5th. In that fact, Stevie, Brazen and Liam were separated by about 0.02 of a second across the line. Oh, that was a good fun race. That was a good fun race indeed. I'll take a second. So, for our second run around this circuit, we go for a car a little bit faster. This is the Tyrant, and now I might have forgotten to change the setting. It's a GTA race, but we're not actually going to be using any of those particular features. Just don't press Y by accident, otherwise you'll fall out of the car. Yep, someone did that further back. Amazing. Right, yes. Tyrant, I don't remember how it drives. I think there was a slight lag bump that put Chris sideways. We then straightened Chris's car up again, so everything was all good. Someone's climbing the wall. Someone's had a tremendous death back there. I climbed over the back of Chris's car ever so slightly. So these are not going to bump draft as nicely as the previous car. They are going to get into all sorts of trouble. So we're going to not be doing any of that. We're going to be on the outside for the hairpin. That's fine. We can... So we'll be fine on that one. We'll get a decent exit here. I've not really got anywhere to go. That's actually kind of it's a little bit annoying. We can't really pass Chris by virtue of if we get a good run and then we're immediately boxed in by someone else. Stinty actually had a mistake on the exit there that will give me a second position. But we're all too far back actually for Slipstream currently off of the leader. Oh, that's a big wheel. Yeah, don't hit the car in front of you. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've driven the Tyrant. I don't remember that being a thing, but apparently it is. So let's not do that. We'll get it stopped for the next turn. There's a big group of cars going to be lining up. Now, I have the lead at the moment, of course, and we will be flat through here, I would expect. That big group is going to have a lot of momentum coming towards us. That big group is going to have a crazy amount of momentum and a crazy amount of slipstream as they are all racing along. Here they go. I mean, I've got nowhere to go. I had to try. Even though I'd seen the results so far, I still wanted to give it a try just because I was curious to know whether I could... I don't know why I would be able to do it better, because it is literally just the hitbox of the car, the way it scoops vehicles up. Team Orange to the lead. Blakey has got that position. If we could get into... Oh, if we get into the draft would be nice. We get a Team Orange 1-2. It's always what we want. Preferably with me at the front, but I'd take a second place with Team Orange winning. There's flares firing around further back. That's the downside. Oh! And it's all got a bit wrong. Ugh. Sorry, Longbow. I did that classic thing of I grabbed the brake, and I grabbed the brake to stop and then realised I was reversing it. I was trying to spin, and when I realised it was reversing, it was a frantic try to spin the car so it's pointing in a direction that, well, is less chaotic. But do I actually even have I have a flare gun. I can fire flares at Brazen, or whoever I might want to. Oh, not quite. Need to fire it more upwards than that one. I got no slipstream back here, so that's not really going to help. It's just a slightly more colourful race, that's it. I mean, we have very colourful cars for the most part, but we have now just got a little bit more colourful race. This is going to get us. This is going. Yep, it's going to get us crashed. I'm a moron. I deserved every bit of that one. I deserved every bit. I think we were both firing flares as well, which made it silly. Yeah, okay. Let's not do that one. Let's no more flare-based shenanigans, okay? No more. Okay, well, okay, maybe one more. That's allowed. Oh, we almost actually landed it on Stevie's car. That's not a bad shot. But if there's ever like a freak, weird, long-range shot of something, probably Stevie that was the one that got killed by it. Stevie was the one I grenaded halfway across the map on the... Well, one time we've actually done a GTA race as a GTA race. We threw just a random grenade across the map, and Steve was what I got. So long-range flare guns. No, that makes sense. It wasn't even, well, I guess it was kind of long range. It was long range with where it ended up. Like the distance between our cars wasn't much, but the distance travelled was quite a lot. I don't know if that's making any sense. I think I might be talking nonsense while we're sat in 11th and just, well, I mean, this is a crazy battle we've got watching going on here. We're going to pass to the outside. I don't really know it's going to really do much by virtue of... Yeah, it's just this, the way that those corners, that sequence is, you're just outside of one corner, inside of the next, and you might not really get much of an advantage. I am in the draft this time around, and we are going to have the big toe. There's so many cars that we can draft, although Stevie actually got a better run than I did. I don't quite know why the game decided that was going to be the way it works, but sure, that's how it's going to work. I've got nothing in terms of slipstream actually down here. We're going to be stuck on the outside as well, so that whole run did not do at all what I expected. We do get back past Stevie, but I was hoping we'd be mixing up with the group ahead, but nothing. Absolutely nothing. Come on, game. Don't let me down now. Oh, there's big understeer from a bunch of cars. There's a spin for a few vehicles. We'll bail across to the inside there to avoid any sort of mess. Stevie is going to get the inside of all of us through here. Now, this first corner can almost be flat out. However, it can only be that speed when there is no cars around. There was a gap on the outside. We'll stick with that run for now. We're up to 7th. Something else has exploded. How did Chris blow up? I suspect Stevie may have had a crash and Chris was the last car. Oh! We have maybe climbed over a longbow. What? What? How? This is not... Bugger. I'm sorry, Longbow. I don't even know how we ended up... I don't know how we ended up over the back of Longbow and how I was not the one that got murdered in that one. That's... yeah. It's like the I Morgan, or as we call it the I Moobot, but yeah, that thing has the weird collision thing going on. And... yeah, apparently this does the same. I didn't think I was going to hit the back of Longbow's car. We were just getting a good... well, hoping to get a good run somewhere, but... there we have it. We are up into a 5th position in this one, and Bumpy's done exactly the same to Liam. Bumpy's gone over the back of Liam. That time it was Bumpy that came off a lot worse in all of this. We are... where are we going to run? No, we've got nowhere to get... not even getting a draft. I'm barely getting a draft in these races. Brazenwood does get the best run to the line here. We are going to be 3 and 4 wide towards... you know what? I'm just gonna play it safe. We're just gonna play it safe. There's a little twitch from Liam's car there. In fact, Brazen is kind of okay as well with not being in the crazy... okay, so say playing it safe, and we were literally on the limit of the track. As there was space for 2 of us. In fact, I ran a bit wide, but I gave Brazen space, but there was like literally 1 car's width. And if Brazen had pinged the wall and bounced off it any harder, I would have been in trouble, because that would have just bounced into me, and nothing you could have done if you pinged the wall like that. Little brushes like Liam just did there, that's fine. You don't really get fired back into the traffic anymore. Come on, get the change of direction for all of there. Is this a 4-car breakaway? Will we be caught? I don't know if we're going to be caught by the end of the race, actually. Unless we really start fighting, and we'd have to be 2 and 3 wide everywhere to really slow down. Blakey is the first car in that second group. At this track, it might be Blakey is on their own, so... I mean, that's good. Being on your own is good for being able to take the corners how you want, but ideally you want 2 cars. That means you're not going to... you can work together, you can get the slipstream for the extra speed, but you're less likely to compromise each other, if you play it clever anyway. Oh, Danger Man wants to go to the outside of me. I didn't realise, and the door kind of got a little bit shut in the end. I don't know, I'll tell you what, actually, Blakey probably will catch us. Judging by how that gap has come down, I'd be surprised if Blakey didn't catch us by the end of this lap. We will shoot past, but we're on the inside. We're on a very tight line through all of this. We're going to have to be a little careful. Yeah, Blakey's very much in the group. That's the fighting, that's what it'll do to us, because we're 3 wide into turn 1, and no one can take that fast line, whereas the cars in clean air 100% can. This is getting dangerous. Blakey is actually now to the lead, so Team Orange are up here in the fight. We'll be careful we don't twitch the cars into one another as we fight down that section. Stinty's actually joined us as... oh god, it's going to be a really manic battle to the finish line now. Don't make a mistake, there is absolutely no recovery time, and about 5 cars are going to come flying past. The leaders got connected, but me and Blakey were a little too far back to do anything about that one. We are still all good out the other side. I'm not quite in the draft of Liam, am I? If I'm not, I'm in trouble here. Come on, get the slipstream. We are in the draft, okay. That is good news for me. Oh, there's a gap there. There's a gap there as well. We'll keep going. I don't know where fellow Team Orange car has gone. It's somewhere else. Danger Man's to the outside, having got a good secondary part down that straight. However, we're going to have so much company towards the finish line. At what point are they going to get them? Someone's going to get a run. I'm just holding on for dear life at this point. Danger Man's over the back of my car. Danger Man climbs over the back of the orange machine. We've weaved over the curbs in a hope, a vague hope of doing it. I think Danger Man got us, and there's nothing I could have done about it. Let's go and have a look at the finish order because I don't know the order that came in. I think there was a lot of bumping behind. I expected a lot more cars running towards that finish line than we actually got. Ninetales is having a swim. Oh, Danger Man got it. 1/100th of a second separated me and Danger Man. God damn it. It's good, right? Good final raid. Good final lap. Fantastic battle. Very, very good battle indeed. Yeah, that's a fun track. It's very, very fast. Kind of different to a lot of the circuits we have driven around before. Some very, very good corners. Very rewarding corners when you get things right. So I say it's like shame I couldn't get the battle to the finish line. It's always nice, but I'll take an excellent race either way. That, though, is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and a big thank you to a Level 8 Food Source for building this rather wonderful circuit. That, though, shall be it from me. Until next time, a goodbye.